Hey y'all, I'm Ludwin,
I'm Nick the intern.
and we're both going to walk you through the first shipment that we've got in from Portuguese Flannel. You might have thought, hey, what other brand could this be from all of this flannel sitting on this rack? But it's as you'd expected. Portuguese Flannel only dropping bangers in that same classic shape that you've known and loved from them for years. We've got some new developments going on in both the cloth and the patterns and the colors. So, while it is something you can rely on there, they got some tricks up their sleeves over there, and let's get into it. The first thing up is going to be their Tekka shirt. This is like their classic like twill shirt. It is the one that I'm wearing right now. You can see here, it's just like a brushed cotton twill flannel. The color that they picked, I believe is a forest green, we're calling it. But there definitely is like, it reminds me of if you were to wash a black with green undertones, like a lot, it ends up being this color. I feel like vintage tees that are black when you wash them a ton end up a similar color to this. And I think it wears well in that same way. Pair it with blacks, pair it with other dark colors, and you get like nice, moody green situations going on. I guess the fit's going to be about the same for all of them, so let me describe it now. I'm wearing a double XL. It does fit, I'd say, on the slimmer end of things, and I like my shirts to fit a little bit looser. So instead of going with my usual XL in this, I went with a size up, and I get a shirt that I like the fit of. So if that's how you feel, do the same. Otherwise, you can take your true size, and you can expect it to fit as intended. Slightly slim, but very clean. They all have the same details, just a single pocket, box pleat on the back, full button placket, some nice button cuffs. You can't really ask for anything else on a classic flannel like that. The next up, we have, this was a hit last season, but this time we've got it in a different color. It's what they call, I believe, the pied de poulet, which just means chicken foot in French, but it's probably what we describe as houndstooth in the States. And yeah, it's just a really, really pretty repeat pattern in, a nice green with a good like taupey beige as the base color. This is something that I think works seamlessly into a bunch of fall wardrobes. And I really like how they went ahead and they're choosing more fun, more different buttons, I think, to go and complement the colors. So whereas the Tekka had like their classic mother of pearl, this is kind of like a bronzy, almost like smoky mother of pearl that pairs really nicely with the earthy tones going on in here. This, and I believe the other one, and most of the other ones we have here are going to be 100% cotton flannel, so just really nice and soft on skin, but there will be different qualities to them. Just because they all say flannel doesn't mean that it's going to be the same weight or feeling. I'd say the two that I'm handling here are probably of the thinner weight. I'll let you know when it gets thicker. Going on. The next up is going to be the Roca. It's like a classic buffalo check. We did this last season as well in like a mint and that same like base color of like that taupey beige. But this time we went a little bit more, I guess, easy to wrap your head around. Mint and brown can be a tough one. It is really nice to look at, but I think wearing it in practice can be challenging. Whereas this is like, come on, you see it on a picture, it's going to look great. You see it on your body, it's going to look great. Wear it with jeans, wear it with any other pants you want. It's very easy, really, really nice. I like that guy. Next up is something that I'd say it's still a flannel, but it's going to be a slightly lighter weight. And I think it might be indicative by like the button collar. This is the first of the bunch that you see that have that button collar, as well as the button on the back of the collar, like you'd see with like a classic button-down OCBD type shirt. And this one has a funny name to it. I think it's mentioned in the copy, but the title of it is BASS. I don't know whether that's bass or bass, but you could imagine like, I don't know, cool like, moody bass player type guy wearing this shirt, or a bass fisherman out there wearing it. So, you pick your path and you kind of embody and live that through this shirt. Really pretty colors. I'm a big fan of it. Again, those same like bronzed out buttons that look really sweet. The next up, we have, the colors are very reminiscent of what you'd get with like a black watch check. I'm sure this is actually like
I think it's a Stewart, yeah?
a what tartan?
Stewart check.
tartan. There we go. Yeah, because I know black watch doesn't have this yellow and this white. That's the only tartan that I know. So these guys, they're helping me out. They're bringing me the
I think this is dress Stewart.
hidden recon. So this is dress Stewart. You could see that. Look at that. And I knew that the whole time as well. But yeah, I mean, this is like a classic flannel. I'm sure you've seen this type of tartan on like infinite other things, but we thought, why not bring it here? It has the really nice button-down collar. This one is slightly heavier weight, but a bit more of a plush hand. So this has like that blanket-like flannel feel. Is there a special word for this one, Nick? I don't know this one. Do you know?
This one's called the pretty check.
It is a very
because it's very pretty.
I'd also say it's very pretty check. It has really dope colors into it. I think this one might have been called the Augusta, which You know, I think that there's like a road in Portugal that this might have been named after, but it could have been named after anything called Augusta. Maybe they had a friend named Augusta that liked these colors. I just know that when we see these
You can wear it
colors,
while you play golf.
you can wear it while you play golf. You can wear it while you're
The Masters are in Augusta.
Augusta, Georgia. Yeah, but I don't know if you're wearing this in Georgia all too much. Let me know, Georgians. It could be anywhere else called Augusta as well, but I'm not gonna say anything about that. It just looks really nice. The gray with that maroon on top. I think we've had other flannels from like G and Glace in the past that had this same check, and yeah, it's pretty hard to deny buying this shirt when you see a cloth that looks this good. Dark buttons to complement it. The pattern matching is also really, really nice. I think that's something that Portuguese Flannel has improved upon over the years. So you're going to get a lot more clean pattern matching between the pocket and the shirt. Yeah, it looks great. Another one of those just really good looking plaids checks we have going on, but this one's slightly more tonal. I'd say there's probably an equal amount of colors going into this. It's just that they're all just so kind of like washed and hazy that it just makes for a very easily to digest thing. I feel like this is a great flannel for a guy that doesn't want to be like looking lumberjacky. You know, if you're kind of wear like that more toned down, I say this a lot, but these colors remind me of like Stofa colors, you know, like those taupes, beigey, gray colors. It feels very sophisticated just looking at it. And I feel like you don't really say that about plaid a lot of times, but this marries really, really nicely with those like, you know, taupey gray tropical wool pants you expect to see from those guys. Yeah, really elegant, very pretty shirt. The next up is a style that we've had before, but not in this color. This is the espiga. The espiga, meaning spike in Spanish. I'm sure it's probably similar in Portuguese, right? I don't know. But this is just their herringbone, but it's in this marled, rusty color, which I feel like if you've been around a while, you know that that's like a classic no man color. Those like burnt carroty oranges, slightly like burgundy undertones. Looks really nice, and the buttons really pop off on this guy too. Yeah, this is one that I think you're going to pair this with any fall winter outerwear, and it's going to add kind of like unexpected color, but something that complements it very, very nicely. Another one that you think you probably have seen from us, but not really. This is very much like a classic Oxford cloth button down, but it's brushed instead. So it's halfway between OCBD, halfway flannel. It just has kind of like a crisp body of a broadcloth, of an Oxford cloth, but instead it's just nice and soft to the touch. So it's really pretty. I like it a lot. The color isn't like that classic blue. It's kind of has a grayish tone to it, but they might even call it blue. I don't know. It's like a blue gray. It's like a cool gray or like
steel.
A steel. Oh, steel. Yeah. I like that. It kind of has like a heathery look to it. And yeah, the classic mother of pearl buttons there instead of like those darker ones they've been opting for. And it works really well here. I like it. I think you could swap this in under like a wool check jacket, and it just makes sense because, you know, instead of like a classic crisp shirt, you have something with a little bit more personality, a little bit more seasonality. It's nice. I like it. Another one we have, their denim shirt. We've had denim shirts from Portuguese Flannel in the past. I don't know if they were button-down collar. I think like we had one called like the Ganga back in the day, right? And it was a bit more washed. This one has like a proper like hefty denim hand to it though. This is not something that you would, you know, disguise as assume as a flannel. Like it feels like a denim shirt. This is what you're getting, except the style is their, you know, classic, smart, clean, button-down shape. Really pretty. I think as you wash this and fade this, it's going to look really, really nicely, especially with those like striations you get coming down from the denim. And that's it. That caps out the shirts that we have this season. Not this season, this drop. We should have some more shirts coming. So if if you want more shirts, we're going to have some more shirts. But we also have 3 jackets coming from Portuguese Flannel. The first off, I mean, you can see how it fits on this guy here. On Nick the intern, he's here wearing what they're calling navy this season. We've had navy laboras in the past, but this is definitely more of like a petrol color. This has like some hues in there that are not navy.
I had to double check because yeah, it's definitely a petrol. I would say just as wearable as a navy. I mean, petrol goes with everything. Yeah, it's gorgeous.
Yeah, and I think if anything, that's like a testament to like if you read the title and you're like it's navy, and you can wear it like a navy, except you're gonna have something with like a slight brilliance to it.
A little spice.
Yeah.
A little spice in there.
It looks pretty. It complements a lot of these like the more neutrals. Like you can see how it's wearing with this camel. I don't think people are wearing petrol and camel like off the top of their head, but when you pair it, it just makes sense and it looks good.
Gorgina,
I'd say, yeah. I especially like it how he has it with like these washed blue and then the black to kind of anchor it. So the color is just, it makes sense. try some things on in your closet. You're going to like how it looks. The Labora is their classic
You're going to love the way you look. I guarantee it.
It's a short coat, but it's also a shirt jacket. So while the style reads jacket, the fit is closer to a shirt. So most people would want to size up to get a proper jacket fit. Nick, I mean, you usually take like a small, but you're wearing a medium here?
Yeah, I usually take a small, extra small, but
Yeah.
I went up to a medium for this guy just for some extra room, especially with the knit underneath.
Yeah.
I wanted to also point out what I really like about the Labora is the open quarters on the bottom. Make it a little bit more sport coat-like,
Yeah.
maybe a little bit easier to wear with like a tie, sweater, stuff like that. A little bit dressier, a little bit dressier.
I think if there's something to gather from what Portuguese Flannel puts into their design, it's that they want you to look smart, clean. You know, this kind of just dresses you up, polishes you just a little bit, but you still get like a nice, easy, casual, fun vibe. And then the other color that we do most seasons, this is their olive. The color is not going to be the exact same as previous olives. This one's probably a bit more brown than we've had, but it's still a really, really nice. I feel like this is what I expect of like a luxury olive cord. So I'm just really happy and pleased to see it from Portuguese Flannel. And then last up, leaning into the sport coat appearance of the Labora, we have like this tonal navy and black herringbone wool. This, I believe, is unlined. Let me double check. Yeah, it's unlined, and it has like a proper, like pretty soft touch. So I think you're good to wear this with just a tee, or at least I'm good to wear it. I think you may need to wear a long sleeve if you do have like certain wool sensitivities. But yeah, it's just a slightly more casual way to wear this kind of a pattern. You can sub it if your office leans a bit more casual for a sport coat, and I think you're in there without a pinch. Yeah, it looks good. Yeah, so that's what we've got from Portuguese Flannel. If you do have any questions, concerns, please let us know. And yeah, check out the other drops and stay tuned for more Portuguese Flannel in maybe like a month or two. I don't know.
Obrigado.
Obrigado.